May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free from harm. May all beings love life. May all beings awaken. Welcome to another Cuke Audio podcast. I'm DC, Poobah of Cuke Audio and Cuke Archives, preserving the legacy of Shunryu Suzuki and those whose paths cross his, and anything else that comes to mind. And today is anything else that comes to mind. It's Life in Bali, and a special edition, a Valentine edition, dedicated to my lovely, wonderful wife, Katrinka. I pray that you and yours are safe and comfortable and free from economic hardship and able to get out and do whatever it is you want within the limitations of do as little harm as possible. So, today's Valentine's, and I was going to have Nyoman deliver some flowers to Katrinka, but there's this flower store near here. So I walked over there. It's sort of little high quality. It's owned by a woman who's what we call a gado-gado. Gado-gado means mixed. I really don't know what the words mean. Gado-gado is a dish you order here. It's everywhere. You can get it almost any local restaurant, or it's very common. It's just a mix of things. It's a bit like they'll have tofu and tempeh and right frequently a hard-boiled egg cut in two, and peanut sauce, and not always, but frequently rice and sometimes lettuce and I don't know, different stuff. Anyway, that's what we call. We know a number of young people who are the offspring of mixed marriages of an Indonesian, usually a Balinese, not always Balinese, and frequently Australian or some other bule or white foreigner. Bule sort of means white foreigner, but I don't know. They might call the Chinese bule. I don't know if they do. I should ask, but I'd have to ask different people because I bet different people would use it in different ways. Anyway, so I walked over there, and it's a very nice store, and the price of roses had about doubled. I mean, it had doubled for her, too, the woman who owns it, Samantha. She was really nice. I thought she was Indonesian at first, so I was speaking Indonesian to her, and she was nice and spoke it back, but then she spoke English, and I went, ooh. That's native speaker English. Although she did make sure what a dozen meant, which was interesting. But she grew up here. So wanted a dozen roses. Well, she had different types. She had imported. She had some, I got just the regular old local ones. And then I got two. They were red and with sort of a dark places. And she had some that were just bright red. And they were almost 3 times as much as just the regular local ones. And I did not get them. But I did get 2 that were yellow that were really nice. So there were 10 red ones and 2 of the yellow, and with green wreaths around. And they delivered it this morning at 10 o'clock, like they said. And I was there and brought it into Katrinka. And she liked it. Yeah. And the woman there, not Samantha, but a woman with her was, it's the little things they like. And I said, she said, what do you want? Do you want me to write a card? Or do you want to write it or what? I said, oh, you write it. I really am. I don't write very well. And so what do you want to say? I said, be my Valentine. She went, oh, she's so lucky. She was young. So Katrinka got the flowers, and she gave me, a voucher for a manicure, pedicure, and massage at Penny Winnie, which is a really nice place. About 15-minute walk from here, 20 minutes. Yeah, very nice. And they're all wearing masks and everything, very clean. I get a manicure and a pedicure following orders from Katrinka so I don't scratch her. And just because she says to do it. And, I wouldn't do it in America. It's too expensive. But it's nice here. Oh, it's so nice. So somewhat that's for her, though. And then the flowers for her are also for me because I appreciate them, too. I would say at least a little tiny bit as much as she does. She used to have a flower business. Sunday is a day that I don't go to church. So I do it on purpose. I don't sit. And although, it's hard for me not to practice meditation and the things I do and stuff, but I don't have the formal sitting. So I came upstairs and, I came upstairs and Katrinka thought I was just going to be working on the audiobook, which is what I'm obsessed with now because it's very slow going and tedious to get the Crooked Cucumber audiobook, trying to get it finalized. We have plans to go down to the beach. High tide's 12 and swimming here in the ocean there inside the reef. It's best to do it within a couple of hours, or if it's a higher tide, within 3 hours of the high tide. Because if it's a low tide, if it gets low enough, you can just walk across to the reef a couple 100 yards. But so the high tide was right like at noon. So, we're going to go down there about 2. And then we'll come back here and we'll go to, there's an Italian restaurant nearby this special day. Very nearby. It's very nice. And we've had some food delivered from there, and they deliver it in these beautiful plates. I don't think they do that for anybody that we've gotten to know the owners. And, there's not a lot of business now. It's Italian. Very nice. And I think he had an Italian restaurant in New York. But anyway, they have a special thing going on with drinks and free hors d'oeuvres. Well, we don't drink, so we'll just go make a deal with them. Look, we'll get mocktails, and, just everything they make's really good. We'll do that. And, but I told Katrinka, once I started these podcasts, I haven't been able to write a song or anything, and I'm working on the podcast, on the Crooked Cucumber audiobook and second edition and another book. There's no room to write songs. I don't want to, I don't want to pick up a guitar. I don't do it that much anyway. I only do it once every few months anyway. But so, Katrinka's birthday passed, and I told I'd written her a song every birthday for a long time, or something. If I didn't feel like writing a song, I'd do something, or something close to a song, or a collage of sounds, or something. But I didn't do it. I'm sure I did something. I can't remember what. But I said same thing. I can't do a Valentine song because I've written her a Valentine song every Valentine's for a long time. And but so then she knew I was coming upstairs, really early this morning, like 6, to work on the audiobook. But I didn't. The first thing I did was I looked at the results of the impeachment, which was that the former president was acquitted, and then the minority speaker of the Senate then chastised him and said, actually, he's guilty. Oh, so I just had a call from our gardener. He's coming tomorrow. And he wished us happy Valentine's. People know about Valentine's here. Valentine. Oh, yeah. So I was saying the minority speaker of the minority leader, head of the Republicans for the Senate said, really, he's guilty. And he said worse things about the former president than the prosecution in the trial had, and more than the Speaker of the Senate had, and said, it's not over. He can be prosecuted now. Ha ha. And he's trying to set it up so that the Biden Justice Department prosecutes him, saying, yeah, I should get it. Well, yeah, then they just run against the Democrats, saying it's a witch hunt. It's witch hunting. They're out to get their political foes so they can win the Senate and the House of Representatives back. So I think they'd better be careful what they do. But anyway, we'll see. So Katrinka thought I was up here working on the audiobook because I didn't have time for anything else and whatever. But I came up here and I listened to that and a little commentary. Hey, this is great. I want to get elected president because now if you're elected president, you just right toward the end of your term, if you lose, you can just overthrow the government. And if you fail, they can't do anything to you because there's a president now. So anybody that wants to support my bid for president, I'd be a terrible president and my first term, and then I'd be voted out of office if I didn't get impeached and kicked out beforehand. But then right toward the end, we'll overthrow the government. And if we fail, there's no bad, no foul, So, now that's something to look forward to. All right. Now, where were we? All right. So, then after I listened to that, well, I checked my email and I did Facebook and, that took a little while. And then, I wrote a song. I told her I couldn't do it, but I thought I better write a song. It's something, So that song is going to play now. It's entitled The 14th. So that's it. That's going to be the whole podcast because the rest of the day is for Katrinka and me. Okay, here we go. It's the 14th day of the second month of the 21st year, and me and my hun got a recipe that'll get done regardless of the weather in this rainy season, and we will give each other the time of day, a day that is for lovers to pass away. In the still we'll wrap around the sideways and the upside down. No matter what is square around, we're gonna be together. And we will give each other a glancing pass, a day that is for lovers to glow and bask. And we'll day of the second month in the 21st year of the great undone will unwrap what was won in this endeavor. Open the box that has the hearts we gave each other, though we are not divided into parts, mysteries of the art of ever. And we will give each other a day that is for lovers. 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 Okay, so that's the 14th day. A Valentine song for Katrinka. Yeah, some of the words are a little hard to understand, you know. That was first take. I just wrote it and sang it. And I had to get down and get to other things. So if you want to read the words, I made a page for it on diffusermusic.com, DEFUSERMUSIC.com. That's my music site. And if you go there on the homepage, it'll say, you know, like what's new, and it'll have the 14th day, and it'll go to it. And it's song number 1119. Of the songs that weren't lost and thrown out and stuff. Anyway, it's all right. It's the thought that counts. This has been a Cuke Audio Podcast, a special Life in Bali edition dedicated to dear, lovely, wonderful Katrinka. She's sort of like a keel that helps keep Cuke Archives running without, you know, falling over to the right side or to the left side. It keeps it sort of like steady in the water. And that's her position. And she's a good cook. And she's cute. And she's got really good character. And she didn't have a lot of issues, you know. We don't have a lot of drama. But that helps. It helps be older. But she told me she was walking with a friend on the walkway by the beach. We got this long walkway. It goes like 5 kilometers. It's a brick up above the beach. And, she was going to yoga. So she and her friend were on the main walkway, and they got to the little pathway going into the yoga place, and a guy on a bicycle came up, and he stopped. He said, "Ladies first." And they went, "Oh, thank you." And then Katrinka turned to him and said, "Thank God you're not in America." You might get your head chewed off for saying that. But it depends on who. Now, don't get me wrong. We do love America. But, you know, we're critical of ourselves too. Just not too much. So, I'm DC Puba of Cuke Archives and Cuke Audio. We're coming to you from Sleepy Sanur with Dogat Bandita, Feline Cuchita, and I've already told you, Katrinka's here. And we're wishing you and yours and all of us a grand awakening. A day that is for lovers. A day that is for lovers. A day that is for lovers. A day that is for lovers.